When Lunch Fights Back, Wickedly Clever Animal Defenses. Chapter 3, Toxic Bubbles. Neocapritermes terracula. Neocapritermes terracula. Distribution, French Guiana. Habitat, rainforest. Size, about 4/10 of an inch or 1 centimeter long. A blue-spotted end terracula termite, arrow, mingles with other workers and a soldier, the termite with the huge head. The old termite shuffles through the nest. Younger workers push past her. They are faster and stronger. They can cut wood, termite food, so easily with their sharp mandibles. The old termite's mandibles are almost too dull to cut anything anymore. Still, she has something her young nestmates do not: two blue spots that gleam on her back. That's what's pictured right here, those two spots right there. Suddenly, there's a commotion at the nest entrance. The colony is under attack by an enemy termite species. The old termite hurries out to help defend her home. Colony soldiers bite attackers in half, but they can only kill one enemy at a time. The old termite wades into the battle. Half a dozen invaders rush toward her. She nips at them with her dull mandibles, but they quickly overpower her. She waits until she is covered with enemies. Then she triggers the blue spotted weapon on her back. A drop of liquid gushes out of her ruptured body. The enemies that had been clinging to her twitch and die. Sadly, so does the old termite. But she sacrifices herself to help her colony survive. Under attack by two enemy termites, a blue-spotted N. terracula center deploys her chemical weapon, releasing a deadly drop of toxin. The science behind the story. And here I noticed this text box says, I was wondering what this picture was. It says the cluster of blue crystals in one side of N. terracula's explosive backpack is magnified about 200 times in this photo taken with a scanning electron microscope. The science behind the story. While slogging through a rainforest in French Guiana, scientists Thomas Bourguignon and Jan Subotnik came upon a colony of N. terracula termites. They noticed something odd as they watched the insects go in and out of their nest. Some termite workers had blue spots on their backs. Intrigued, Bourguignon grabbed one with a forceps. The termite promptly burst. Very carefully, the scientists collected several blue-spotted workers and examined them more closely. The blue spots, they discovered, were tiny pouches filled with blue crystals. We exported some of the termites to our lab in the Czech Republic, where a team of biochemists analyzed them, explained Bourguignon. The crystals turned out to be a copper-containing protein. Related proteins are secreted in termite digestive tracts. But no one had ever seen pouches full of this protein on a termite's back. Obviously, the crystal-filled pouches were some sort of defensive weapon. But how did it work? The scientists dissected a blue-spotted worker under a microscope. Beneath her crystal-filled pouches, they discovered a set of salivary glands. Mixing saliva from these glands with some of the blue crystals instantly forms a toxic liquid. The scientists suspect that when blue-spotted workers are attacked, they somehow break open their crystal-filled pouches and the underlying salivary glands. Crystals and saliva combine, forming a drop of toxic liquid that bubbles out of the termite's back. Obviously, N. terracula workers avoid triggering the mixing of the blue crystals and saliva, as this causes their death, says Bourguignon. However, when they are bitten by an enemy, then they trigger their weapon. This self-sacrifice is the last chance for Enteracua workers to harm their enemies. It's a very effective sacrifice. Every enemy within range drops dead.